Welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Michelle and I'm a community outreach dietitian for Parkview Health. Today we're making a panzanella salad and I couldn't be more excited. What is a panzanella salad? It's actually a salad that originated from Italy, and what the purpose was is they were using up stale bread that they had at home. So how many times have we gone to our pantry or cupboard and we found our bread that's gone a little too long and it's a little bit dry? This is the perfect recipe to use up that bread as opposed to just throwing it away. So let's begin. I wanted to show you all the ingredients up front. Being organized in the kitchen can save you time in the long run. So let's begin. To start, we have red wine vinegar, olive oil, whole wheat bread, we have basil, we have white kidney beans, salt, pepper, cucumbers, tomatoes, green onions, and thyme. Most of the produce you see here actually came from the Parkview greenhouse or the Fort Wayne Farmers Market. If you don't have one of these items at home, sub it out for something that's similar. The nice thing about the salad is you can pretty much use whatever you have on hand. Okay, so my hair is pulled back, I've washed my hands, I've washed my produce, and I'm ready to cut. So let's get these veggies done. Keeping our principles that we've learned over the videos, making sure that you keep your knife to the top of your plate. Then you're gonna just cut down. And what we're doing is we're creating that stable surface before we cut anymore, so it's not going to wiggle. We're just gonna cut these into nice big chunks because chunks for this salad is exactly what we want. You could remove the seeds, but you don't have to. So today I'm using green onions. You could use any color onion that you prefer. I'm using what I have. And again, you can use any types of herbs in this product. So I'm just doing it at an angle here, and I'm using 3. 2 to 3 is pretty good. And I want you to go all the way up and use the dark green portion too. You can use the whole part of this green onion. When we talk about fruits and veggies, the reason why we encourage so much are for all the different nutrients, but also because of the fiber content. And we're gonna be talking a little bit more about fiber with whole grains, but I just wanted to point that out here as well. Okay, while I have you, I'm gonna go ahead and chop up my thyme. Make sure you remove the stems. And then we're gonna put that in. This is about a tablespoon and a half of fresh. So we've done our vegetables, they're ready to go, and the next product that we're gonna put in is our whole grain. So typically you can use any type of bread you have, white, sourdough, whatever you have, and you want it to be kind of crusty and dry. Today I'm using a whole wheat bread. I encourage whole wheat products because they're so good for us. There's a difference between whole grains versus refined grains. Whole grains have the whole kernel intact, so it has the bran, the germ, and the endosperm. When we have refined grains, 1 or 3 of those key components have been taken away. They do that because it lasts longer on a shelf and it's quicker to cook. Best thing we can be doing is getting whole grains in our diet. We need half of our grains every day to be whole because they're so rich in different types of vitamins and minerals and extremely high in fiber, and also a good source of protein. So it's important to get whole grains in, making half of your grains every single day whole. And what I'm doing here is I'm just cutting this into cubes, and you can let this air dry. If you don't have time to let it air dry, what you can do is you can put it on a baking sheet and just turn your oven to warm and pop these in for a little bit until they're pretty stale. I have a whole bowl ready to go here, so we're just gonna put that in to our dish. And then what else I have here is we have white kidney beans, which is a good source of protein. Again, another great source of fiber. Fiber is great. One reason, I primarily work with people that have diabetes, and it's better when we have more fiber in our diet because it creates satiety, meaning it makes us feel fuller longer. So with fruits and veggies and whole grains and proteins, we can get that satiety. Okay. Another thing it does is it also helps control our blood sugar a little bit, because it's not going to make our blood sugar spike as high, because it's going to take longer in the body to digest. It keeps our GI system working and moving appropriately. And it also helps with prevent ourselves from getting heart disease. So lots of benefits to getting our fiber in. I'm just gonna put these in. You can use any type of bean you want. Chickpea would be great. Typically the recipe calls for cheese. I felt like this was going to be a healthier option, lower in fat for sure, and it's just as delicious. I picked a bean that's nice and creamy in texture, and I'm really excited because we're gonna pull it all together with that dressing right now. Okay, our salad is assembled and we are gonna make our dressing. This is what ties it all together. So with the juice from the tomatoes plus the dressing that we're gonna make, it's all gonna soak up into that delicious crusty bread and make a delectable salad. So let's begin. I'm taking some olive oil, and this is about 2 tablespoons worth, 2 to 3 tablespoons. I personally like to do equal parts because I like vinegar. If you're not a big fan of vinegar, you could use lemon juice, but bottom line is doing about half is good for me. Some people will say every 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of vinegar, but again, like I said, I like vinegar. Okay, and then I'm going to put in salt and pepper, and this is a half a teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. That's it. I'm going to close up my lid and shake. This is just putting it all together like so, and we're just gonna dump it right onto our salad and let it soak into that bread and get into those beans, and it's gonna be delicious. From there, what I'm gonna do just to kind of end it before I start mixing, I take my basil, fresh basil, and you can take as many leaves as you'd like. I take about, for this size, I take about 8 leaves, and I just kind of roll them up and then I cut. So it makes cute little confetti, and I don't even mix it in, I just top it on my salad. So we're just gonna go ahead and mix this up. I know you can't smell, but you can smell the thyme, you can smell the basil. It is delicious. You can hear how crunchy it's gonna be, but then the juice soaks in and it's gonna be so delicious. Okay, gonna sprinkle it with basil like so. And you can make a variety of different recipes for this. You could use fruits, you could use dill, you could use mint, whatever you have. And there you have it. A beautiful salad. I love it. It's gonna be great for the summertime and spring. One more thing before you go. Another thing that you could do with your cucumbers and your herbs is put them in your beverages. This is just water with some cucumber slices and some mint. You can do a lot with the mint, and it's nice and refreshing. So there you have it. 2 quick, simple, easy recipes you can use this week. Please let me know what you think. I love to hear your feedback, and I'll talk to you soon. Stay healthy.